Hello everyone, my name is Shini Divakar and I am from the TheAndroCare YouTube channel, and in this video you will be going to learn how to receive button clicks in Android applications. Okay, so let's get started with a new Android project, or you can open an existing Android project also. So let's click on start new Android project and you can give any name you like. Let's say I'm giving button click, button click, and I'm giving next, and by default keep the same thing and you click on next. And for the starters I suggest going with empty activity. If you are a moderate user, then you can pick whatever you like, but for the starters I suggest using empty activity, and then you click on next. Keep the same names, or if you want to change you can change, that's completely based on your opinion, and then you click on finish. So it will take some time to create the project and load the assets, so let it load. Loading up. So here the task is about two tasks actually we have. One is creating a button and adding an action to that. So creating a button, we will do that in a graphical way. You can also do this with XML code layouts, but we mostly prefer graphically because that's easy. So what you do is, in this area you can actually see a project pan actually. So you click on that project pan. By default, if it is like this, you click on that to expand, and here you may be in Android perspective or you may be in project perspective. Wherever you are, just come to Android perspective, and here you can see mostly it will look like this. So you go to app and you go to resources, and there go to layouts. There you can see activity main.xml. By default, while you are creating an application, it will be automatically opened, but if it is not opening by itself, you can double click on this to open this. Okay, so by default, if you come down, you can see that it will be in text representation. So you click on design tab to see the graphical representation. By default, if you zoom, there is a text view available, said hello world. You can delete it if you want. Right now I don't want it, so I press delete button to delete it. Whereas I want a button, because when the user clicks on a button, we need to perform some action. So what you do is, from the widget, if it is minimized like this, you click on this palette bar and it will come, and you select the button and drag that button to your Android app layout, and then you can place wherever you want. And I want two buttons actually. I want to show two buttons, so I click another one, I drag, and I keep two button. And if you want to edit it, you can edit, select it, and here you can see the content. Let's say text. I'm gonna edit the text which is shown here, button. So let's edit it. It's loading up. It's taking some time. Complete RAM is occupied with Android Studio right now. Now it is. So I will give some name like click. So you can see that button content changed to click, and here this button I'm going to change that content into click again. Okay, two buttons I have kept there. Okay, so again we need IDs actually. Okay, we're gonna connect these buttons in the code with the ID. So you select any button. Here you can see ID. Okay, if you can't see this, maybe it's minimized like this, you click on that to get this, and change the ID to whatever you like. I'm gonna give ID like something like click 1 for this, and I'm gonna give for this button click 2. Click 2. Okay, so two buttons have I just have created them and I've gave the numbers and the content. Now remember these IDs and come to this main activity.java. If it is not there, you can find that out in the Java folder and in the first folder actually, and you can see main activity. If you click on that, it will load. Now what you need to do is you need to link those two buttons in your programming code. So inside main activity class, here create two buttons. So I type like um, private button. I give something like, if you are getting this kind of error, press alt and enter. Okay, it's already showing there. Press alt and enter, so it will import automatically. So private button, you give any name, let's say button 1 and comma and button 2, like that. You give two buttons, because I have two buttons there, right? So I just gave both of them. And inside of this on create, you see protected void on create, inside of this on create, we need to connect these buttons with the IDs. So what we do is, we take button 1 and we give button find view by ID, and here we give r dot id dot that name. We gave click 1 click 2, right? ID names. So you give the IDs and you give a semicolon, and to eliminate the errors, actually a semicolon is required every for every line. So next one is button 2. This also I will initialize. Remember, without initialization it will not work. R dot id dot, this ID number 2 is click 2. So I give both of them. Now it's time to start receiving actions. So very simple, just type this whatever you created the name, actually button 1, and you type dot set on click listener. You see you have set on click listener, select that. So not like this, let me do again. Dot set on click listener, I hit enter, and instead of these I type new on click listeners. Okay, so it will implement some methods. Okay, very simple. Let me delete this again and let me write again. Button 1 dot set on click listener and new on click listener again, so that it will open some methods, and whatever you want to do, you can do this inside of this on click, actually, which means as soon as the button 1 is clicked, what should happen, you have to write here. Let's say let's pop up a small message as soon as the button clicked, and this I'm just making a toast message. And if you don't know what's a toast message, you can just go with the other videos of mine where you can find how to create a toast message. So I'm just giving button touched. I can give click, but I'm just giving touched because it's just like it came like that, that's it. So here I give something like the duration toast dot length long. I want to show this for long time, so I'll give show open bracket and close bracket. So when the user clicks on this button, it will show like button touched. Okay, so like that it will work. Whereas for the button 2, button 2, again same, set on click listener, new on click listener, and it will implement methods automatically. So here again I'm giving a toast because toast is easy to show in a button click example. Get application context, and here I'm going to give something like the TheAndroCare. Okay, so then length, actually toast dot length long, and I want to show that to the screen. So what happens is, as soon as user clicks on button 1, this message will be shown, and as soon as user clicks on button 2, this message will be shown. Okay, let me give spaces. So that is about button click, and like that in this I just implemented a small toast message, whereas you can implement the whole way of your programming code. Okay, like logics or if conditions or something like that, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so or let's change this. Let's say I'm gonna make this click again into close app. Okay, this name I'm giving, and close app. Actually you don't have to do all this, I'm just gonna show how this is going to work. The ID is changed, so I'm changing the ID here, close app. Whereas here I will not make a pop-up message, I will close the application. Okay, So I can write finish. Finish will close the application, which means when the user clicks on first button, it will show that message content, like what message I kept, button touched. Whereas when the user clicks on close app button, the app will be closed because that is what I have written on the click listener actually. So let's see how this will work. Let's click on the plus button, sorry, play button here, and it will be executed in my phone which is connected here. So it will build the Gradle and it will load the application. It will install automatically. You just wait till that time. I'm gonna pause this video till that time because to save time. It's done. There it is, install. Now the app will be installed and it will be shown like this. I kept two buttons, right? So if you click on first button, it will show that button touched. Okay, if you click on that button again, it will show again. Like that, how many times you click on that button, those many times it will receive the action and it will execute this particular thing. Whereas the second one is a close app button. So if you click on that, the app will be closed. Okay, you click on that, see, app is closed, just like that. So let me open the app again and let me show you how this will work. You see, when I click on this, again button touch will be executed. Again when I click on that, again it will be executed. Whereas when I click on close app, the finish command will be executed and the application will be closed, like this. So that is about button clicks. Actually you can implement whatever logic you want. And thanks for watching, and please do subscribe if you want to get the latest content right into your inbox. And also check my other videos, you may like them also. You will be receiving new content all the time. Thanks for watching.